Hello and welcome to Kids Corner on Armstrong Channel 20. I'm Miss Krista and I'm so excited today to be at Campbell Elementary School with Mrs. Minnie's first grade class and also Mrs. Dill's classes. We're going to read one of my favorite books, Franny B, Kranny There's a Bird in Your Hair by Harriet Lerner and Susan Goldor. And this book is all about how it's important to just be yourself, even when somebody tells you you shouldn't have a bird in your hair. I hope that you love our book and our craft coming up, which is going to be feathered bird magnet clips. And if you would like Armstrong to come to your school, have a grown-up email us at channel20, that's channel20@agoc.com. I think I hear Mrs. Minnie's and Mrs. Dill's classes. Let's get ready. Kids. I've got a lot of words in my head. What are they?
Human.
Human. The kids are human. That was not one of the words, and that was fantastic. That was a great answer. What else are kids?
Crazy.
Kids are crazy. That was one of my answers. Yeah, what else?
Learners.
They're learners. They're excellent learners. So what else are kids?
Kids are playful.
Kids are very playful. Absolutely. What else? Hyper. Have you met my kids? I think so. Absolutely, they're hyper. What else are they?
They eat a lot of sugar.
They eat a lot of sugar. You're right. What else?
They eat a lot of candy.
They eat a lot of candy, sure.
They're strong.
They're strong, absolutely, they're strong. What else are they?
They learn a lot of things.
They learn a lot of things. They're knowledgeable. Absolutely, you're all smarter than you think. Yeah.
They play with toys.
They're very playful. They play with toys. Absolutely. What else?
They're cuckoo.
They're cuckoo. Boy, you took the words right out of my mouth, kiddo. What else are they?
They play video games all day.
Oh, they play video games. Sure, they love their video games. What else? How about you?
Kids love stuffed animals.
Kids do love stuffed animals. You know, it's funny you say that. Do you want to know why? My kid just took a stuffed animal to school today. It was show and tell. She was never allowed to take a stuffed animal to school before. She was, not this year, she was so excited. But I was thinking about this morning. Do you know that adults love stuffed animals too?
Yes.
Well, adults were one-time kids, and when they were kids, they loved stuffed animals. I still have a stuffed animal. I have a couple. One's name is Who. She's a little stuffed owl.
That's an owl.
Owl. What else?
Kids learn to read.
Kids learn to read. Excellent. They're literate. Yeah. Literate means you know how to read. What else?
They love to play with their dogs.
They do love to play with their dogs. Kids are very playful. What else?
Some of them like to sleep.
Some of them like to sleep. Sure. Wait, of course, because you need to sleep to have energy, right? Because I can tell you have a lot of energy today. I see your giggles. What else? One in the back.
They run a lot.
Ah, they run a lot. Very energetic. Well, guess what? Hands down for a second. There is one word, because you're going to find a lot of the same traits and a lot of similarities in the character in our story today, but there's one word that none of you hit on, but all of you are. And you probably didn't even think about it because you are it. You didn't realize it. You're creative. All kids are creative. There is no such thing as an uncreative kid because kids have the best imaginations. And then sometimes when you get older, your imagination gets tired and you forget to be creative because your imagination's so tired. So when you get older, remember, get lots of sleep, eat lots of good food, maybe not as much sugar because you don't want your imagination to get tired. You want to keep that imagination strong. We are going to read a book by Harriet Lerner and Susan Goldor, and it's called Franny B, Kranny There's a Bird in Your Hair. Some of your parents might think sometimes what you pick out to wear to school is goofy. Franny wears a bird. Franny B. Kranny had long, frizzy hair. It was always getting her in trouble. Franny B. Kranny's hair tied itself in knots on the buttons of her dress. Does anybody have hair like that? I had hair like that when I was a kid. It got everywhere. Yeah, hair can get everywhere. Franny B. Kranny's hair made the girl sitting next to her on the school bus sneeze every day on the way to school.
That's germs.
Germs? I don't know. Are you allergic to anybody's hair? No. Maybe your dog's hair? No, that's good. Are you allergic?
I'm allergic to nothing.
Oh, thank heavens. What if you were allergic to your own hair? Franny B. Kranny's hair even got stuck in the refrigerator door. But Franny B. Kranny loved her long frizzy hair. The longer and frizzier it got, the more she liked it. Franny B. Kranny thought her long frizzy hair was beautiful. She could brush it in front of her face and pretend she was in a cave. She loved to press her hair flat against her head and watch it boing out again. Do you have boingy hair? Yeah. One time my mom gave me a bad perm and I had boingy hair. Franny B. Kranny's mother was very tired of untangling all this long frizzy hair. Wouldn't you like nice, neat, short, pretty hair like your sister Bertha's? She asked. No, said Franny B. Kranny. I think you would look so pretty with short hair, said Franny B. Kranny's father. I think so too, said Bertha. No, said Franny B. Kranny. Girl knew what she liked, right? People are trying to... Yeah, she liked her hair. People are trying to change her. One day, Franny B. Kranny's parents announced that there was going to be a big family reunion. All their relatives would be coming. And, said Franny B. Kranny's mother, the day before the party, you are both going to the hairdresser. I'm going to get my hair curled, said Bertha proudly. Not me, said Franny B. Kranny. I don't want anyone touching my hair. We'll see, said Franny B. Kranny's mother. What does it mean when a mom says we'll see? Yeah, it means it's gonna happen. Before Franny B. Kranny knew it, the day before the party had come. Her mother told the hairdresser exactly what she wanted him to do with Franny B. Kranny's hair. Pin it up on her head and make it neat, she said. You have very interesting hair, young lady, the hairdresser said politely. He'd never seen anything like it before. Franny B. Kranny didn't like him one bit. She closed her eyes, shut her mouth, and crossed her arms. She did not say one word to him the whole time he was working on her hair. I know that look. That's a kid look. Who can you do that? That's the look right there. Yep. What happens when you don't want something to happen? That's right. You know what's funny? We don't teach kids that. They just kind of know it. There, said the hairdresser finally. Don't you look pretty? Franny B. Kranny opened her eyes. Her long frizzy hair was piled on top of her head in a giant heap. Very nice, said her mother. At least it won't fly around and get caught in the cake, said Bertha. Franny B. Kranny didn't say anything. She just stared into the mirror, thinking about the best way to undo her new hairdo. Franny B. Kranny was walking slowly behind her mother and Bertha, thinking and thinking, when suddenly something amazing happened. A bird flew down from a nearby tree and landed in the middle of Franny B. Kranny's new hairdo. Her mother screamed, and Bertha jumped up and down, but the bird would not budge. It just snuggled deeper into the pile of long, frizzy hair on the top of Franny B. Kranny's head. Don't scare it away, said Franny B. Kranny. I want it there. When they reached their front door, the brown bird was still there. Maybe it thinks you're a tree, said Franny B. Kranny's mother. Maybe it thinks your hair is a nest, said Bertha. Yep, a nest. There's a bird in your hair, said Franny B. Kranny's father. Maybe you should take apart that new hairdo. Suddenly, Franny B. Kranny was beginning to like her new hairdo. No, said Franny B. Kranny. Hairdo's not so bad if you get a bird in it, right? At bedtime, Franny B. Kranny had to solve some problems. How could she bend over and take off her shoes? Then she remembered the deep knee bends she had learned in gym class. How was she going to sleep? Oh, then she remembered her father's big armchair. After everyone was asleep, she tiptoed down the hall and curled up in the chair. In the morning, there were even more problems. Time to take a shower, said Franny B. Kranny's mother. A shower? Thought Franny B. Kranny. Oh no! She decided to take a bath instead and was very careful not to splash water on her head.
Why did you put a paper in there?
Oh, because I thought it looked prettier to give her a little towel. Soon it was time for the family reunion. Bertha was very embarrassed to have a sister with a bird on her head. I'm going to tell everyone I never saw Franny B. Kranny before in my life, she told her parents. You look like a bird brain, she told Franny B. Kranny. Do you know what that is? She's criticizing her. Have you ever been criticized? That's good. So, but Franny B. Kranny thought she looked beautiful. And she marched proudly into the party with the brown bird perched on the very top of her head. She's a very confident little girl. No one at the family reunion had ever seen a hairdo like this one. Everyone crowded around Franny B. Kranny. Her cousin Ethan, who never smiled, laughed out loud when he saw Franny B. Kranny let him feed the bird a peanut. Uncle Isidore, who was usually very grouchy, told Franny B. Kranny he was sorry he was bald and couldn't take his favorite pigeon home from the park. It would slide off his head. Aunt Phyllis, who worked at a television station, thought Franny B. Kranny's hair was news. She called her office and told them to send the cameras. Bertha was careful to stay very close to Franny B. Kranny so everyone would know they were sisters. Didn't she just tell her parents she was going to pretend she wasn't related to Franny B. Kranny? She's pretty proud of her now. The day after the party, Bertha said, I'm so glad you didn't cut your hair. It's awesome. That's what you think, said Franny B. Kranny. I'm getting it cut tomorrow. Oh no, cried her mother, you can't do that. Oh yes, said Franny B. Kranny, I can. Why now? Asked her father. So at first she wanted to keep the hair. Everyone hated the hair. And everyone loves the hair because it's kind of popular, isn't it? It's popular hair. Why do you think she wants to get it cut? Why do you think?
Because the bird spends a lot of time in her hair.
Bird, yeah, kind of getting sick of having a bird in your head, huh? Why else?
I think because the bird goes
Because it's been there for a while, huh? A little birdie told me to, she said. She got it cut off because a little birdie told her to. And look, where's the bird? There's Franny with her new hair.
I think we have a pet bird.
Pardon?
I think she has a pet bird in it.
I think you're right. Huh, she could keep the bird even if she doesn't have the bird's nest anymore, huh? Do you all love nature, being outside? Well, since we can't be outside right now because it's minus 100 degrees, we are going to do something inside. We are going to make feathery bird magnet clips. So you're going to be able to feather them with feathers, and you're going to be able to stick it on your fridge or clip it in your hair or clip papers into it. Right? Do you need a hair clip? No, not as much? So you can put it on your fridge, right? What about you?
Or money.
Or you could clip your money into it, absolutely. foamy shape? A bird. You're right. Tweet, 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 tweet. And it doesn't matter what color you get because you're gonna paste feathers all over it because right now your bird is kind of, it's kind of plain. It needs some feathers. And then when you are done, we are going to give you magnets. And this magnet's big. We're going to cut them into strips and we're going to put a magnet on the back. May I borrow this? Thank you. On the back of your clothespin. And then we're going to put a piece of tape on the other side and clip it right to the back of your bird. Okay, so, and then look, you can clip it right into your hair or onto your shirt. So you can wear your bird wherever you like, and then there's a magnet on the back so when you go home you can put it on your fridge. And it could be your special fridge magnet. Sound good? So the first thing, what's the first thing you're going to do? What's the first thing you're going to do?
Paste feathers.
Paste feathers. Now what's in front of you? I have some feathers in front of you. I have more feathers that I will pass out. I also have bowls of glue in front of you for you to share. There's not enough for everyone, so you can share and I will bring around more glue. I am going to give each of you a special, excuse me, Mr. Greg, I think I lost it, thank you. A special glue paintbrush. Okay, so everyone's going to get a cotton swab, and this is going to be your glue paintbrush. Put the glue onto the bird, and then put the feather into the glue. Okay, we've done this a few times. If you try to glue the feather, you're just going to end up with a feather on your Q-tip. All right, so try to put the glue on the bird, and then the feather on the glue. so much fun today at Campbell Elementary School with Mrs. Dill's classes and Mrs. Minnie's first grade class. We read Franny B, Kranny There's a Bird in Your Hair by Harriet Lerner and Susan Goldor. After this, we made our very own feathery bird magnet clips, and we learned that with a little bit of patience, they stick really good in your hair. I hope that you loved our book and our craft, and if you ever want Armstrong to come to your school, have a grown-up email us at channel20, that's channel20 at agoc.com. And remember, just like Franny B. Kranny, always be yourself. Have a great day. Let's see those birds.